Hey y'all, it's Sunday morning and it's like after 10, like probably close to 11, and I'm just now coming out to my garden. I don't know why. You know, somebody has to clean the house sometime. So, and also I need to do a lot of cleaning and organizing out here. First thing I'm going to do is bring out my leaf blower and just blow off the patio. So that way every time I come in and out the door, there's a zebra longwing just flew right by. Anyway, every time I come in and out the door, I don't want to see it and be like, ugh. Like I always say, you know, clean up some of the big things first that you're going to notice the most. And then, you know, go have fun and ignore the rest of the things. And I also want to tell you about something I ordered for my butterfly haven. So I've taken one of the blue chairs out because I needed space for more pots for more plants that I bought. And now I think I'm going to take the other blue chair out also. And I have ordered a bench. There's a monarch, a zebra longwing. I have ordered a bench that's a long aluminum bench, and it's folding, so I don't have to assemble it. I'm so excited. Anyway, I ordered it on Amazon. I don't even remember. I think it'll come sometime this week, and I'm gonna put it down the middle of the haven so I can literally run more plants all the way around, because I'm running out of space for all of my host plants that I need in there. And I also brought out my enclosure because, oh look, there's a monarch in here. Must have just declosed this morning. Yay! Alright, we'll take care of that little one in just a minute. I also brought out my enclosure with my remaining overwinters in it. Hopefully that being outside and getting sunlight will inspire them to come on out and play. But then once that's done, I will have a bench running through the middle of this area, and then it will be surrounded by host plants. I also picked up 2 trellis pieces to do a corner. I still have to attach those 2 together, but to do a corner placing for my Maypop passion vine. And there is one, I think there's 2 little Gulf fritillary caterpillars in here. I'm just not sure. Oh, there's one right there. Let me go zoom so you can see. See, right there, little baby. So that's exciting. And then I put the pot with the swamp milkweed that I brought home from the nectary in here because it had that one bigger caterpillar on it, but also had a baby. So I just put them in here, and then they can climb around and get on whatever they want to get on, or stay right where they are. And look at some of my tropical milkweed is blooming. Oh my gosh, and I have so much to tell you about tropical milkweed. When I was at the plant sale for the UFIFAS, which is University of Florida Institute of Food and Agricultural Services. Can't believe I remembered all that. Anyway, when I was there, I met some of the most incredible people. Oh, and let me tell you some other fun I had. Some of the volunteers there would say, you know, if you like native plants, you should shop at the nectary. And I got to say back to them, oh, I know the nectary. I have a nursery business and I grow plants for them. That was such a fun moment. But anyway, I had the best conversation with one of the master gardeners there, who has also got a background in gardening and like college degrees in that area, and works for the city of Winter Haven. And their, like, I don't know what you would call it, their landscape department. And we had the best conversation because there's a lot of things that I think, but I don't say because who am I? And I got to tell her all the things that I think, and she agreed and was like, yep, that's exactly what's going on, or that's exactly right. And now I feel like, okay, so somebody who knows stuff verified my thinking, so then now I feel like I can share it with you, which I will later because I've been talking long enough and I got stuff to do, but I will share it, so keep watching. All right, you guys, this is a beautiful female. Let's see how, if she stays put for a minute. There. Hello, beautiful. Do you want to go enjoy this penta right here? There you go. That was my dog. Oh, she says, no, I want to enjoy that penta right over there. Oh, and y'all look, in my wetland garden, which I picked up the lizard's tail plants, and there's a reason why I wanted them. And of course I don't remember what it is right now, but look at that one's really happy. So these are one of the plants that I picked up at the nectary yesterday, and I'm gonna go remember why I wanted them and let you know. But I added them into the wetland garden, and looky there, one of my swamp hibiscus. I think it's called the sleepy hibiscus. I keep saying swamp, but it's sleepy. I think they call it sleepy hibiscus because it doesn't like to open all the way like a normal hibiscus. So I think this is all we get, but it's beautiful. And you can really see here that my swamp milkweed is taking off, coming back. And this goes with what I was saying earlier, that I had some stuff to tell you about milkweed. But look, it's April 2nd, and that's all I got. That's it. Oh, and y'all look who's right here in my enclosure. Little chubby muncher. Probably getting ready to go look for a place, hi baby, to go and pupate. Oh my gosh, y'all look here. Here's another monarch. And it's another gorgeous female. It's in here hanging on my wild lime. This is just the greatest. Let's take her out too and put her out in the garden. So she must have just declosed. Let me get her out of the grass. She must have just declosed this morning. She landed on the puppy. So, no. Watch out, puppy. No. I am going to try to get her to stay on this penta. There we go. There you go. Yes. She flew off and landed on the back on Ringo's back. It was so cute, but I'm sure I didn't capture that because I don't know. That's two beautiful females today. And look, y'all, I have this Maypop passion vine here that is actually coming up in the ground. It's coming up right under my wooden plant holder shelf thing. And so I strung it up right behind it is this pot, and it's got some aquatic milkweed in it and one of these trellis pieces. And I was going to put some kind of vine in it, but I strung it up, and now look, it's weaving all into the trellis, and it's not even planted in the pot. Isn't that fabulous? So I'm just gonna wrap this little piece around. Look at those puppies playing. Oh my gosh, he has just been such a wonderful addition to our little family. And Ray and they just play and play and play. It's so cute. And I'm just happy that Ray has a little buddy to hang out with. My sweet Coco here, she's really old. She's 12. So she's not like all into playing. She just likes to hang out and be part of the group. And y'all, I come out every day and check my little patch of fennel and parsley for swallowtail eggs, but I haven't found any more since that one time. And those little ones already were raised and released, so let's go swallowtails. And look at this wandering iris blooming. This definitely wanders. It's not native, but it is Florida friendly. And I don't even honestly know where we got this, but I think it's beautiful, and I don't mind if it wanders in this area because there's really nothing in this area. This is where my sassafras tree is. And then all of my potted trees, my potted pawpaws and wild cherry, black cherry. And then my indigo, false indigo tree, bush, shrub is right there. And you know, I have been trimming this thing back because at first it was kind of ugly because it would have like one big frond coming up. But because I keep cutting it and forcing it to split out, it's looking really nice and light and airy. And I'm loving it. Finally, took 3 years. Still haven't seen a caterpillar on it. It's supposed to be a host. I don't know. Oh, and the 2 caterpillars I was so excited about, the spicebush swallowtail caterpillars that I found on my sassafras tree right there. And I had them in because they were tiny side of my garden room. Gone. They just vanished. Like gone. It's so weird. So I've moved my little tree that's in a pot into the butterfly haven. So next time I find some, they're going to go right in there. That way, if they wander off, that plant will be there for them. I'm just like, I don't know. A friend of mine who also loves raising them told me, we were chatting on Instagram, and he told me that they are known for wandering off. So I mean, they could be around somewhere, who knows. If I have my favorite food source with me, I would stay there. I wouldn't go wandering off. So anyway, that's my report. And I have yet to get my leaf blower and blow off the patio. So I'm going to go do that. Okay, y'all, I just finished my leaf blowing. And while I was leaf blowing, I saw this. I was just talking to you about how I need more eggs, and there is a spicebush swallowtail flying around in my garden. How wonderful is that? In my greenhouse, I have this little pot of tithonia that I started, and I'm going to go start planting those around my garden. The first spot that's going to get some is right over here in and in front of where my Woolly Dutchman's pipe vine is. There's another one that came up on its own, and then right along here in front of these little random potted plants. I'm just going to kind of fill this little area with them. If you hear panting, it's my little assistant here with me. Look at how nicely these came right out. Well, I've got some of the sunflowers planted. I also found some random salvias growing up in other areas of the garden where they weren't supposed to be, like in the middle of walkways, you know, not a good place to be, salvias. So I moved them over there too, and now I've got some Scarlet Flame zinnia seeds from Eden Brothers, and I'm gonna sprinkle them in the random pots that are in this area so that they can come up in those. And you can see there's the salvias that I moved and the Mexican sunflowers that I planted. So that's really gonna fill out this area and make it look a lot better than it was when it was just dirt. And look at this little patch of zinnias coming up. Are they not adorable? I'm right in there. There's that swamp milkweed coming up with them. What a beautiful burst of color. Look at this little flower that's just come up all on its own in my garden. I don't even know what it is, but it's so pretty. It can't possibly be a weed. Well, according to my iNaturalist Seek app, that little flower is Texas baby blue eyes, which is native to Texas, Oklahoma, and Alabama. So what's it doing coming up in my little Florida butterfly garden? No telling. No telling, but I'm going to let it be and let it grow. Nothing like ending a video with some messy gardening hair. But I did tell you I would let you know about the milkweed chat I had with this expert. I didn't want to leave you hanging. So, with tropical milkweed, it depends on where you are. It just depends on where you are. There are 3 populations of monarchs in the continental United States. There are also monarchs globally. And I feel like we've become such a globally connected planet because of things like Instagram and YouTube, we are connecting with people all over the world that we would have never connected with. And we need to start taking a global look at the things that we are saying, because to just go out and all out say milkweed, tropical milkweed is bad. Well, tropical milkweed is native somewhere. So here's what I want to say about it, that I've been thinking about it, and that the person I spoke with kind of confirmed for me. Xerxes Foundation says no milkweed is better than tropical milkweed. And Xerxes is over the western Monarchs, which are on the other side of the Rocky Mountains, which are in California. And they are the expert for those monarchs. But they are not the expert for the Florida monarchs, nor the migratory monarchs that encompass the vast expanse of the United States to the east of the Rocky Mountains. And even though the numbers or the counts went down in Mexico, that doesn't mean that the monarchs aren't around. It could mean they're just going somewhere else. Like Florida. They're here. Lots of them. And I know I have said this before. My swamp milkweed is just now growing back, but there are monarchs around. So were it not for tropical milkweed, they would not have a place to lay their eggs. And they would not be thriving. In South Florida, were it not for tropical milkweed, the population there would not be thriving. And South Florida is a tropical climate zone. I am subtropical in Central Florida. And so tropical milkweed is from a tropical climate zone. So the fact that it is now thriving in South Florida, to me, it's there for a reason, to support those monarchs that have ventured that way instead of migrating to Mexico. So to go all out and say tropical milkweed is bad, you just can't do that. Because some places tropical milkweed is good. And another little tidbit I found out is that, you know how it's been a couple years. University of Florida has tropical milkweed listed for Central Florida as Florida friendly. Tropical milkweed is present in the UFIFAS sample garden that is in Polk County, and they have tropical milkweed there because it is Florida friendly. And on the website, they have that it is currently being reevaluated. And it's been that way forever. And I'm like, how long? How long does it take to reevaluate? So I was asking one of these people down who are connected to the IFAS and the Master Gardeners and volunteering. And they said that that's something they kind of keep on there to stop naysayers from going on an all-out assault on the University of Florida for saying tropical milkweed is Florida friendly. So if it's always in a state of re-evaluation, then people say, oh, okay, well then they're going to figure out that it's bad. But nobody's ever said it's bad for Central Florida. Depends on where you live. Do your research and know whether it's okay or not okay, because it is not okay in some locations, and it does have a not positive effect in some locations. And if you're one of those people that are going around sharing all those articles, make sure it's an article that applies to your area. Don't be saying, oh, Xerxes says we shouldn't be planting it, which is true if you live to the west of the Rockies. And with that, I'm signing out. I'll see you in my next video. Oh, one more thing. There was a painted lady in my garden, and she or he flew off real quick, but I had a painted lady. That hasn't happened before. So that made me so excited. I so wish I could have got it on video. I'm still gonna try, and if so, you'll see it, and if not, you won't. But hopefully someday you will, because maybe they'll be back. Okay, now I'm going.